Hello everybody and welcome back to the Limbus Company. Alright, so apparently there was new identities, so I figure just to keep a little bit of spice, and because I have a lot of lunacy saved up, since I am thinking based on how... Okay, so obviously none of you know this, maybe some of you do. My luck with gacha games is normally really bad, and I normally obsess over a certain, thing, and then there's something that I really, really want that comes out later, and I'm like, oh, well, I spent so long trying to get this one thing that now I have no chance of getting it. That's the reason I'm saving up as much as I am. That thing being Dawn, of course, but I figure we may as well give ourselves a little bit of spice and go for a 10 extraction. It's still enough for 30 total summons, so it should be fine. Okay, we got a couple 2-stars, so we might get Liu... whatever his name is. Girly boy. Argalia guy. Can't remember his name. Honolulu. Getting a lot of Dawns, I like that. The more Dawns, the better. It helps me get the W Corp I want.
한 잔 함께 하시죠. 따뜻해질 거예요.
Honglu. Okay. Well, well, we managed to get him. That works for me. We got him twice. Okay. I was gonna say, if we got him 3 freaking times. Alright, so, yeah, that works for me. Obviously no 3-star, but that's fine. Did we really expect to get the 3-star? Not really. I am gonna save up the rest of my lunacy, even though I technically could summon on this one 3 more times. I don't think that's a smart idea, especially since I'm not exactly super mega chomping at the bit. That's new. Oh, they combined these now. Oh. Also, apparently you could just skip the battle, but why would... Oh, okay. That's the reason. So, going into it costs 2, skipping it costs 4, but you automatically win. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. We need to clear 316 for this one. This one doesn't matter. And this one we need to clear 322, which I'm guessing is the final dungeon. We also have our weekly pass. All in all, pretty good. I like that they made both of these in a single spot. But regardless of that, it's time to continue. After 12 whirls of agony, the sinners were all back in one piece. The massacre must have been humbling, because it feels rather strange seeing them this quiet.
어떻게 지내고 있었는가 붉은 시선. 요새 통 얼굴 보기가 힘들었는데 둥지 속 우수한 해결사들의 모임에도 안 나오고.
How's life been, Red Gaze? We've rarely had a chance to meet in recent times. Haven't shown up to the League of Excellent Nest-Dwelling Fixers lately either.
내가 초대장을 무려 수십 장이나 보냈는데 받지 못한 것인가?
Were you unable to read the dozens of invitations I sent you?
주소 바꿨어. 그리고 당신처럼 충실하게 꼬리 따위 흔들고 있을 여유도 없지.
Changed addresses, and I don't have the time to lick top brass boots like you're doing.
I don't know what happened between these two, but Vergilius is a bit hostile here, right?
첫 보기에도 둘의 성향이 다르다고 느끼지 않나요, 단테?
The difference in disposition between them is rather clear, isn't it, Dante?
In what ways?
간단히 말하자면 지크프리트 씨는 해결사 중에서도 나에게 친화적인 쪽에 가까웠죠.
Simply put, Mr. Siegfried, yep, that has to be it,
can be described as a pro-wing fixer based on the views he's expressed.
반면에 베르길리우스 씨는 해결사만의 독립성을 추구했어요.
On the other hand, our guide Virgilius sought independence as a fixer.
영향력이 강한 어느 한 곳에 해결사가 종속되는 순간 해결사가 지켜야 할 최소한의 가치마저도 사라진다고 생각했거든요.
He believed that a fixer loses sight of their core principles the moment they become subordinate to an influential entity.
힘 있는 자들 한정에선 누구보다 엄격한 잣대를 들이미는 사람이니까요.
He is someone who is strict towards those with power, after all. While speaking with Faust, I saw Dawn quake and approach Siegfried with shaky hands. She must have been honored to see him, even after being mincemeat by his hands mere moments ago.
팬이요. 그대 피규어도 모아놓았어. 한정판은 아니지만 나도 그대처럼 엄청난 해결사가 되는 것이 꿈이요.
I don't know if my voice can do this justice. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna really try and do this justice. A fan I am. I have collected figurines sculpted after you, though I've yet to get my hands on limited editions. I set my heart on becoming a magnificent fixer such as you.
해결사 꿈나무군. 시간이 얼마 없지만 사인은 해줄 수 있지.
Haha! An aspiring fixer. I have little time to spare, but more than enough time for an autograph.
그게 정말이요? 그럼 사인은 여기.
No, there's no world. I don't even come close. I'm not even a comparison. Is that true? Then would you sign an autograph here?
숨 좀 쉬어 돈키호테.
Slow breath, Don.
안내합니다. 상황 종료. 코드 퍼플. 상황 종료. 코드 퍼플. 올 코드 클리어.
Attention. Code purple dismissed. Code purple dismissed. All codes cleared.
일은 성공적으로 끝마쳤다.
Even though they all revived.
Huzzah! That's a job done well.
그럼 또 어디선가에서 보도록 하지.
Okay. Now then, until next we meet! Leaping with tremendous force, Siegfried vanished into the air. Although there was a small delay, we did get the travel permit in the end. Virgilius returned to the bus in the meantime. Or perhaps he got off knowing that we'd run into that Siegfried. He looked rather upset as he walked away, but no one else seemed to care that much. Clueless to the surrounding frigidness, Dawn was happy as a clam, caressing the sheet of paper autographed by Siegfried.
꿈을 꾸고 있는 것은 아닌지 모르겠어. 관리자 나리, 내 볼따구 한 번만 꼬집어줄 수 있겠어?
I must be caught in a dream. Manager Esquire, will you pinch my cheek just once? Yes. Just as I was about to give the blissful Dawn a word while we walked out of the border checkpoint, you're supposed to pinch her cheek. Give her a little bit, you know what I mean? An armored vehicle stopped before us.
새로운 적인가? 둥지의 검문소 앞에서 간도 크군.
A newfound foe. Bold of them to challenge us right in front of a nest's checkpoint.
이 차는 LCC 청소부서 소속이군요.
This vehicle is from LCC, the clearance department. Following Faust's plain reply, the vehicle's doors opened.
참, 왜 이렇게 오래 걸린 거야? 이 근처를 세 바퀴나 뱅뱅 돌았잖아.
Oh boy. Ah, geez, what took you so long? We had to cycle 3 laps waiting for it to be over. A couple of familiar faces appeared out of the car. Efi and Sod. Even though their outfits had changed, their faces were greased with just as much confidence and poise.
비포 팀에서도 온 건가? 분위기가 좀 달라졌군 그래.
Freaking Gregor Oh. People from the... That's too deep. People from the before team, huh? Something about you looks different, I've gotta say.
그건 카지노 잠입을 위한 위장복이었답니다. 결과적으론 쓸모가 없긴 했지만 말이에요.
That was a disguise we had in order to infiltrate the casino. It was ultimately useless, though.
그 심부를 찌르는 말투는 여전하구만.
Still got that sharp tongue, too, huh? My chest ached a little at the thought of the harmonious cacophony that was our last operation.
소드, 저 시계 시침 바르르 떨리는 거 보여? 저러다가 울기라도 하겠어.
It's odd. You see that hand on the clock trembling? You'll make them cry.
장난이랍니다. 실력으로는 아직 발전해야 할 부분이 한참 남아 있었지만 그래도 LCB 부서만의 색깔이 있다는 걸 인정하기로 했거든요.
I was just being playful. While you had much room for improvement in regard to skill, I've made up my mind to admit that the LCB department has its own character. In spite of the rough path we took, it sounds like we did leave a positive impression on the two.
비포 팀들은 먼저 작전 현장에 도착했는 줄 알았는데요.
The before team was supposed to be on site at this hour, wasn't it?
다른 대원들은 이미 도착해 있을 거야. 너희들이 알면 유용할 추가 정보가 있어서 잠시 남아서 기다려주기로 했지.
The others should be there already. We decided to wait for you because we had useful intel to share.
어떻든 간에 우리가 신경이 쓰였다는 거네. 맞지?
I love Gregor's little noises that That's so good. In any case, you cared about us, right?
너희들도 우리의 매력에 헤어나오지 못했던 거 아니야?
Okay, could we not find any other wording for that at all? Not like even a little bit. No. Okay. Do we have a couple of new fans knee deep in our charm?
왜 그런 거 있잖아. 귀신같이 맛없는 재료들만 모아놓아서 요리했는데 묘하게 맛이 있는 거?
You know, something like the sort of food that's cooked from ghastly ingredients, but the end result's a pleasant surprise.
맞아. 전장에 그런 게 많았지. 분명 먹을 당시에는 비참했는데 자꾸 기억에 남는 그...
Yep, had a lot of that on the battlefield. Miserable to swallow, but somehow memorable.
두 분 다 어떤 음식을 드셔왔던 거죠?
What kind of food have you two been eating?
저 그런데 전달받을 정보란 어떤 것인가요?
Their voices are too similar. Oh well. By the way, what's the intel you were going to share with us?
이번 목표 지점 말이야. 우리 말고 다른 집단이 점령해 있는 상태인 것 같아.
It's about our target location. It seems another faction has occupied the place already.
그래서 우리 쪽에서도 평소보다 많은 인원을 투입하고 있지.
We're putting in more manpower than usual as a result.
허, 그래봤자 또 어디서 모여드는 쇠파리 같은 놈들이겠지.
I bet they're another swarm of gadflies attracted by opportunity. As Otis pointed out, we weren't new to encounters against groups of foes drawn near the Golden Bows. For our first mission, straggling soldiers from G-Corp took shelter in the abandoned facility. And on our second, a variety of gangs inhabited the casino.
안타깝지만 이번 상대들은 예전 같은 부스러기는 아닌 모양이야.
Unfortunately, our opponents this time won't be some crummy no-names like before.
심사 기록을 슬쩍 살펴보니까 몇 주 전 엔사에서 대거 파견한 기록이 남아 있었어. 심지어 우리와 목적지가 같더라고.
We took a peek at the immigration inspection records and found out that N-Corp dispatched a legion of employees a few weeks ago. Same destination as ours too.
엔사에서요?
From N-Corp?
공식적으로 드러난 행보는 아니지만 K사 쪽에서도 심사 통과를 해준 걸로 봐선 모종의 거래가 있었을 수도 있지.
Though this wasn't an officially disclosed activity, seeing that K-Corp has let them pass means that they might have made a deal under the table.
즉, N사에서 미리 파견이 와 있는 게 사실이라면 가는 길이 순탄하지만은 않을 거라는 소리랍니다.
Which, if it's true that N-Corp has sent staff in advance, then the journey won't be a smooth one.
그렇군. 이거 자칫하다 여러 날개를 척 찌는 건 아닌지 몰라.
I see. I'm worried we might make enemies of several wings as we go on.
장기적으로 봤을 때 날개 간의 충돌은 불가피한 수순일 거예요.
In the long term, conflicts with wings will be an unavoidable step in the process.
하지만 N사에서 공식적인 파견을 공표한 게 아닌 걸 봐서는 단순히 이익 집단 간의 충돌로 마무리될 수도 있고요.
Judging from the fact that N-Corp hasn't made this motion officially known, it could end as a simple conflict of interest.
어쩌면 그들이 진정으로 원하는 건 황금 가지가 아니라는 가능성도 배제할 순 없어요.
Furthermore, we can't discount the possibility that it's not the golden bow they're after.
어찌 됐든 여기저기에 써먹기 편한 게 우리라는 건 부정되지 않은 것 같지만.
It doesn't change that we're convenient pawns for higher-ups to throw around either way.
아, 맞아. K사 입국관리소에서 소동을 일으킨 멍청이들이 있다고 했는데 혹시 얼굴 봤어?
Oh, you know, it's crazy. I'm pretty sure they're actually still back there. It's, it's a weird experience. Hey, so anyway, the N-Corp guys. Hey, do you know what else can you tell me about them? Oh, right. I heard some morons caused a scene at K-Corp checkpoint. Did you guys see who they were?
소문이라는 건 참 빠르게 퍼지는군. 마치 로신한테 갔어.
Ah, look at her. Rumor travels with such haste. 'Twas as though astride Rosamond. Dawn hung her head, possibly in embarrassment. Perhaps she's finally starting to learn that her reckless actions have repercussions. That, or I'm mistaken, and she's glad that more people know of what she's done.
아깝지 뭐예요. 그런 광경은 자주 볼 수 있지도 않았을 텐데.
A shame I missed it. That's not the kind of spectacle you see every day.
목숨이 여러 개 있는 게 아닌 이상 누가 감히 입국관리소에서부터 소란을...
Really? Who in their right mind would mess with a wing at a border checkpoint unless they had lives to spare?
설마... 아니죠?
Oh, please don't tell me.
자자, 시간도 얼마 없고 하니 빨리 이동하죠.
Come on, we don't have much time, so we should get going.
이런... 베르길리우스님은 이번에도 안 계시나 보네.
Ah, dear. Mr. Vergilius is nowhere to be seen again.
그 양반 먼저 버스로 돌아갔어.
Oh, him? He went back to the bus first.
아쉽네요. 이번에야말로 얼굴 한번 비추고 싶었는데.
What a pity. I didn't want to miss my chance to say hello.
다음에는 꼭 인사를 하고 말겠어. 너희 대신 우리를 합류시킬 생각은 없냐고도 물어볼 계획이거든.
We'll leave an impression on him next time, mark my words. I'm planning to ask him if we can join the team in your stead. You're dead. You're both dead. You're both gonna die. What? That's the reason you wanted to meet him? Or...
You're both trying to kill him, aren't you? You're trying to set up some kind of assassination. Interesting. That's why you keep bringing him up. You plan to kill him. Limbus Company sees him as a threat, and they want to get rid of the threat.
I'm on to you.
마냥 농담은 아니랍니다. 이따가 현장에서 다시 봐요.
That wasn't entirely a joke. See you at the site then.
너희가 무사히 도착할 수 있다면 말이야.
If you can get there in one piece anyway. Oh wait, can we have a ride? Apparently not. Sweet. Lots of lunacy. Returning to the bus, I sense an uneasiness in the air. It looks like Vergilius isn't exactly going to let today's incident go unpunished. Buena suerte, Don Quixote. A pouty Charon and the cold stare of Vergilius awaited us on the bus. The air was heavy with a sense of oppression, leaving little room for lighthearted jokes.
늦었어. 카론 100까지 샜는데도 너희 안 왔어.
You're late. Karen counted to 100, and you still didn't come.
카론.
She seemed to have a few more words ready to be flung in that icy tone, but Vergilius put a hand on her shoulder and gave her a glance.
베르, 카론은 지금을 기억할 것입니다.
Ferg, Karen will remember this.
미안해. 다음에 사탕 사줄 테니까.
Sorry about that. I'll buy you something sweet later.
Karen sat in the driver's seat without further complaint, and Vergilius slowly turned to us. If there was one thing the sinners and I were all good at, it'd be sensing imminent danger and making way. Dispersing from the group, we scuttled away into our seats, leaving only Dawn anxiously standing in the aisle of the bus.
변명을 듣겠다, Don Quixote.
Let's hear your excuse, Don Quixote.
본인은 핍박받고 있는 약자를 그냥 지나칠 수 없어.
I could not turn a blind eye to the weak being persecuted.
아니, 틀렸지.
No, wrong.
My vision couldn't follow what happened in that instant. I have nothing to blink, so it shouldn't have been possible for me to miss a moment. And yet... When I caught up with the situation, the first thing that came into my sight was Dawn, brought to the ground, shoulder trampled under Vergilius' shoe.
나는 변명을 하라고 했지. 네 사상을 변호하라고 하지 않았다.
I asked for an excuse, not a justification for your views.
처음이 아니지, 돈 키호테. 벌써 3번이나 비슷한 일이 있었다.
This isn't the first time either, Don Quixote. You're responsible for 3 separate incidents already.
네 정신 나간 짓 때문에 3번이나 일이 어그러질 뻔했다고.
That's 3 separate times you've jeopardized our work with your deranged behavior.
어떻게 생각하지? 말해봐라.
What do you think? Speak.
본인을 위해 동료에게 폐를 끼치기는 했다만.
Well, my own actions did inconvenience my colleagues. Dawn's pained groan grew louder, but no one stepped in. Of course, she was being punished for her own actions. But more than anything, it was evident that disrupting this wasn't going to make the situation better.
생각을 물었다고 왜 말을 알아듣지 못하지?
I was asking for your thoughts. Why do you not understand this?
말하고 있지 않았어.
I was speaking only to be interrupted.
너는 여기서 미안하다는 말을 했어야 해, 돈 키호테.
What you should have said to me at the get-go was an apology, Don Quixote. Quixote? Cutie? I don't know. Forget it. There's so many different ways that people say that last name that Quixote is the way that I'm going to say it.
덧붙일 거라면 앞으로 어떻게 할 것인지 계획을 말했어야 했고.
Anything you'd add should be an elaboration on how you plan to improve your conduct.
이런... 아까부터 답을 정해놓고 말하고 있지 않소?
What unjust... Thou demanding a specific answer out of me.
모르나? 회사는 대부분 정해진 답을 갖고 있다. 그 답을 맞출 수 있는지를 물을 뿐이지.
Don't you know? A company already has the correct answers for its employees. The questions are only asked to see if you can get it right.
회사가 너 따위에게 의견을 묻고 있다고 생각하면 큰 착각이다.
You're sorely mistaken if you believe the company is sincerely curious about your input.
회사가 그렇다면 본인은...
If the company insists so, then I...
지치는군.
I'm sick of this.
Virgilius kicked Dawn, tossing her to the floor. Then, gripping her fall by the collar,
입사할 때를 기억하고 있겠지.
I'm sure you remember what went down when you joined.
그날의 거래를 잊지 않았으면 좋겠습니다. 돈 키오테 씨.
I hope you haven't forgotten the deal we struck that day, Miss Don Quixote.
Virgilius' eyes glistened with a much brighter hue of red than usual. Staring directly into them, Dawn soon gave back a nod without another word.
여기까지. 원래 위치로 돌아가도록.
That's all. Back to your seat.
Watching someone who usually exuded pride and confidence quickly shift to such a discouraged, crestfallen state didn't exactly make for a pleasant sight. Though a deal that got Dawn to go silent simply by bringing it up. It makes me wonder what it was about.
다른 놈들도 마찬가지다.
The same goes for the rest of you.
회사는 자아 실현의 공간이나 사상을 설파하는 장소가 아니다.
A company isn't a platform for fulfilling egocentric dreams or preaching big ideas.
취업 규칙을 위반하면서도 돌발 행동을 하겠다면 자신이 치를 대가를 한 번쯤 더 생각하고 행동에 옮기도록.
If you would still go against the terms of your employment contract to act unprompted, consider the consequences before you do.
죽는 게 낫다고 생각하겠지만 죽지 못할 거고 프리랜서가 되고 싶겠지만 퇴사가 불가능한 시기를 보내게 될 테니까 말이야.
You'll spend a grueling period of being unable to escape, not through death, nor through struggles at severance.
아무래도 저 양반 아이고 뭐더라? 저 자크 프리더 씨한테 도움을 받은 게 힘이 기분이 상했던 모양이군.
I guess getting help from that guy, who was it again? Mr. Zach Fritcher or something, must have ruffled his feathers.
지크 프리트님이요.
It's Lord Siegfried.
본격적으로 작전 시작도 안 했는데 잔소리나 들었잖아. 그러니까 눈치 좀 보면서 행동했어야지.
Sheesh, the mission hasn't even started and we already got a scolding. Have some tact before you act, Kay?
에휴, 언젠가 한 번은 이럴 날이 올 줄 알았어요. 앞으로는 다들 주의하죠.
I knew this day would come sooner or later. We should all be more careful from now on.
둘 다 왜 나를 야리냐? 죽고 싶냐?
Why are you two birds gawking at me? Looking to get stoned?
알았어, 알았다고.
The little pout. The fine, I got it. Whew. With everything sorted out, we finally resume our journey to the town of whatever. Before we can bask in our momentary peace, someone claiming to be an Inquisitor leaves a hole in the back window of our bus. With the conflict sorted out, the bus finally departed. Looking out the windows evoked a strange feeling in the passengers.
저 인간들은 얼굴에 근심 하나 없어 보이네.
Check out those people. They look like they haven't a care in the world. This is way different from the roads we've been through.
아하. 그러고 보니 관리자 양반은 둥지 한복판을 지나오는 건 처음이겠어.
I guess this is our manager bud's first time traveling in the middle of a nest.
둥지랑 뒷골목은 수준 차이가 심하죠. 또 둥지마다 저마다의 고유 문화와 역사가 다르고요.
There's a world of difference between the nests and the back streets. Besides, each nest has its own cultural heritage.
전원 집중.
Attention, all.
이번에 갈 목적지는 K사의 칼프 마을이다. 그곳 어딘가에 로보톰이 집으로 연결되어 있는 통로가 있다는 정보다.
Our destination is the town of Cal W. Whatever. Situated in Nest K, investigation revealed that a passage connected to a lobotomy corp branch exists somewhere in that village. As soon as the name Cal W was mentioned, Sinclair lapsed into fear once again and started trembling. As if something were coming after him.
하지만 너희들이 전해준 정보대로 제3의 세력들이 이미 그 지부를 점령 중인 상황이다. 그래서 클리어 부서에 추가적인 정찰을 요청했지.
But, as you have told me, a third party has occupied the area surrounding that branch facility, which is why I requested an additional recon operation from clearance.
비포팀의 사정관 측 3과가 투입되었죠. 에피와 소드 씨도 함께 하셨을 겁니다.
Preliminary Observation Unit 3 from the before team has been dispatched. I am never going to get these names right. Mr. Efi and Miss Sod should be with them by now.
상황이 어떤지 파악이 되면 그쪽에서 먼저 보고를 줄 거다.
We'll receive a report from them once they get a good grasp of the situation. Shortly afterward, the bus entered a quiet woodland path leading to the village. Lush green trees, rarely found in the back streets, began to decorate the scene, providing a comforting sight, but that was soon disturbed by something odd. I could see an ominous billow of smoke rise in the distance.
왜? 저기 연기가.
Why is smoke coming from?
싱클레어?
카론 꺾어.
Karen, turn.
회피기동 덜컹덜컹.
Evasive maneuver. Rumble tumble.
The bus made a sharp turn to the left, shortly before a giant nail flew in and noisily embedded itself in the back window.
어떤 새끼야? 뒤질 뻔했잖아.
What? Who in the heck was that? I almost kicked it.
이 정도의 가속도로 실험해보진 않았지만 창을 조금 더 튼튼히 덧댈 필요가 있겠군요.
Though I hadn't run a test with a projectile at such velocity, this does suggest that the windows need to be reinforced a little.
우리를 향해 정확히 조준하고 던진 거다. 아까 비포팀들이 일컫던 엔사의 직원이겠군.
That was aimed directly at us. They must be the faction the before team warned us about, the employees of N-Corp.
베르, 메피가 다쳤어. 카론 슬퍼.
Verg, Mephi got hurt. Karen sad.
멈추지 않으면 더할 기세군.
Doesn't look like they'll stop anytime soon.
전원 하차.
Off the bus, all.
As we got off the bus, a group stood in our way, clad from head to toe in rusty armor with faded coats of white.
정차. 이 길로는 지나가지 못한다.
Halt! You may not use this road.
아 이렇게 말로 하면 될 걸 유리창까지 뚫을 건 뭡니까? 나 참.
You should have said so in the first place. Because what about our windshield? Ah, dang it.
선전 보고 없이 공격해놓고는 무례하군. 소속이라도 말이야 예의지 않겠나?
You're rather rude for someone who attacked without warning. Isn't it at least common courtesy to state your affiliations?
우리는 이단 신문관. 불경한 일을 꿰뚫는 못이오. 죄악을 두드려 다스리는 망치다.
We are inquisitors. We are the nail that fixes the blasphemous, and the hammer that strikes down the sinful.
엔사, 나겔 운트하모의 직원이라는 걸 어렵게도 말하네요.
So, N-Corp. That's one convoluted way to tell someone you're an employee of Nagel und Hammer.
못과 망치라고도 불리죠.
Also known as Nail and Hammer.
지금은 이단 신봉자를 정화하고 있으므로 이 앞을 지나갈 수 없다.
You shall not proceed, as we are in the midst of cleansing heretical dissidents.
이단? 이봐요. 우리는 단지 이곳을 서둘러 지나가고 싶을 뿐입니다. 뭐냐?
Heretics? Hey now, we just want to pass through. Not looking for any trouble. We're on the,
관광! 관광 버스라고요.
A tour! That's right, and this is our tour bus. Labeled as tourists, all of a sudden, the sinners exchanged looks in silence. To prevent another disastrous first impression, Gregor was doing what he could, even though his efforts fell flat for the most part, to gently appease the armored crowd. Accompanied by an attempt at the kind, harmless smile a tourist would wear.
그래. 저번 광산 때부터 느꼈던 건데 사실 이런 쪽 개그에 욕심 있는 거 아니야?
Greg, I've been thinking this since the job at the mine, but are you that into these kinds of bits?
그런 거 아니라고.
That's not exactly it.
The quivering corners of his mouth roused pity in my heart.
그렇다면 그대들의 순수성을 증명함이 바르리라.
In that case, you shall prove yourselves to be untainted.
좋아. 방법을 알려주면 못할 것도 없지.
Fine. Tell us how, so we can get on with it. The Inquisitor suddenly pointed in my direction.
저 불경한 여행자의 머리를 베어내라.
Behead that blasphemous traveler.
Me?
그리고 우리 망치의 앞에 무릎 꿇고 봉헌해라.
And kneel before our hammer as you consecrate their head to us.
그렇다면 그대들은 때묻지 않는 자이며 여정의 불이익 또한 없을지니.
Such will prove that you are untainted ones, and your journey shall continue without hindrance.
물론 그 불결한 차량도 두고 가야 할 것이다.
You will, of course, have to part with the defiled vehicle as well.
보자보자니까 무슨 헛소리야. 야, 아무리 우리가 핫바지처럼 보인다고 해도 그런 걸 들어줄 것 같냐?
Love to spew on, don't you, blokes? Oi, I don't know who you think we are. Oh no, he's starting to... it's starting to change. But do we look as daft enough to do as you say? Furious, Heathcliff was the first to quit playing as a harmless tourist. Heathcliff, you didn't have to...
가짠치도 않은 것들이. 어디서 나보고 무릎을 꿇으란 거야?
Proper, trifling twits. Who are you telling me to kneel? The Inquisitor, as was declared to us, nodded in response.
알겠다. 그렇다면 그대들은 이단이다.
Understood. Then I declare all of you to be heretics.
With that, the group of Inquisitors moved into position at once, ready to attack. That's a small group you got there. Okay. Weak to blunt, pierces normal, slash meh. Let's see. Inflict bleed, inflict end corpse nails. At the start of the turn, gain 1 bleed, and increase the bleed count by this effect's count. At the end of the turn, reduce the count by 1. Okay. Lot of bleed. When an ally is defeated, gain 1 attack power up next turn. Boy, I wish we could solo target people so that we wouldn't have to deal with that. Because the best strategy would be get all 3 low, kill all 3 the same turn. However, we can't focus down somebody, so that is not an option. Rodion is also not very good here. We will probably have to swap her out. Let's see. I wonder if Dual Strike we get the coin power +1, because technically we did not take damage last turn, because there was no last turn. We're favored, although if they win... So it's like 5, give or take. You know what? I'm actually going to try blue. Let's gain some protection and then inflict some tremor.
할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
Okay, Foss took a little bit of damage, so that's okay. Orange, red. That's neutral, although it should work out in our favor. Double yellow, so we're doing a lot of extra damage. Yeah.
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
Ah! Dang it! Okay, 10 damage.
Huh?
어떠냐?
Okay, giant damage from Heathcliff. Very nice. Okay. Ooh, this is nice music. Okay. Save our ego. Purple, purple. Double green. And then offense down.
행동을 개시합니다.
쉽네.
Okay. Yeah. Let's give this a shot. We're dominating, double dominating into double favored. Give us some extra attack power, and then debuff him into oblivion.
먼저 간다. 어떠냐?
지금이 기회입니다.
겨우 이 정도야?
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
Hello, I was interrupted.
표정에 따라
Time for them to
늘
die.
새롭다니까요.
쉽네.
Okay, so that bleed... could be dangerous in the long term. The advance party contacted us at last. The mysterious voice coming from the transmitter was a telltale sign that something was up, throwing Sinclair into another fit of terror. Getting back on the bus, Virgilius greets us by casually lifting a hand.
이번엔 상대하기 조금 까다롭진 않았나?
Weren't they a little trickier to deal with than your usual foes? Honestly, they weren't really that bad compared to the freaking checkpoint guys.
누누이 말하는 거지만 당신이 도와주면 훨씬 빠르게 끝낼 수 있어.
I keep saying, we could be done with them a lot faster if you lent a hand.
나도 누누이 말하는 거지만 내가 도와주는 건 아무 의미가 없어.
And as I always answer, there won't be any point to this if I help you.
저자들 우리더러 2단 신봉자라고 했어요. 대체 뭘 보고 그러는 거죠?
Those people, they labeled us as heretics. Just what is their judgment based on? I think they were targeting me.
못과 망치, 경험이야말로 가장 중요한 가치란 말하는 날개.
Nagel und Hammer, the wing that values experience above all else.
Mersault muttered vaguely. Experience?
인간은 자신의 가치에 맞는 경험과 행동을 할 수 있도록 정해져 있다. 그들은 경험에 대해 그렇게 말합니다.
Humans are made to have experiences and actions appropriate for their worth. That is what they say of it.
그것들 우리에게 관리자님의 머리를 내놓으라 했지.
They told us to offer up the severed head of our manager.
그렇다는 건
That means
그들이 또 온 거예요? 잊지 않았던 거죠? 그렇게 찾아와서
they're back. They didn't forget. Coming back like that to... Sinclair was almost having a fit at this point. Radia looked at him with pitying eyes, but there was little she could do about it.
베르베르, 소리 나는 상자가 시끄러워.
Verg, the soundbox is being noisy.
선발대에서 연락이 온 모양이군.
Looks like the advanced team has words for us.
I didn't realize. Okay. Sorties.
이리 줘.
Give me that.
에피, 여기는 버스다. 거기 상황은 어떤 거 같아?
Iffy, this is the bus. How are things over there?
You shall bear here your every sin and be purified.
에피?
Iffy?
방금 에피 씨 목소리가 맞았나요?
I'm beginning too impatient. Was that Effie's voice or something else?
아니 그보다 사람 목소리이긴 했나요?
No, actually, was that even a human voice at all?
바람.
Whistles.
싱클레어, 무슨 소리를 하는 거야?
What are you talking about?
휘파람 소리가 들렸잖아요. 마지막에 희미하게.
You heard the whistles right at the end, faintly.
그런 게 들렸었나?
Was there now?
그 자식이 온 거예요. 마침내 우리 마을까지 전부 죽이려고.
It's her. That wretch is here. After all this time, to destroy the rest of our town. Calm down, Sinclair. What do you mean by whistles? And who was the wretched woman?
저를 기다리고 있는 거예요. 그건 저를 부르는 메시지였어요.
She's waiting for me. That was a message calling for me. Resentful tears were streaming from Sinclair's face as he rambled.
잠깐만요. 저 앞에 아까랑 같은 자들이.
Hang on. There are people like the ones we met on the road up ahead.
돌아가요.
We should go back. What?
저희 그냥 돌아가면 안 돼요? 가기 싫어요. 돌아가요, 제발. 이제라도 운전대를 돌려서.
Can't we Just step back. I don't want to go. Let's just turn around. Just tip the steering wheel and...
꼬맹이, 대체 왜 그러는 거야? 앞에 뭐가 있는데?
Kiddo, what's wrong? What are you so worried you'll walk into?
가면 안 돼. 전부 죽을 거야. 돌아가요.
We shouldn't go. We'll all die. We need to go back.
에밀 싱클레어, 쓸데없는 소리를.
Emile Sinclair, don't be absurd.
Otis was calmly flicking her wrist.
잠깐 기절할 정도로 복부에 충격을 가했을 뿐이다.
I delivered a light blow to the stomach to knock him unconscious for a short while. Nothing more.
이번엔 박자가 맞았군, 당신. 내가 나설 뻔했어.
We're in agreement for once, it seems. I was this close to stepping in.
겁쟁이들은 전장이 필요 없으니까. 이대로 버스 밖에 버리고 가면 안 되는 건가?
I don't need any cowards on my battlefield. Can't I just throw him out of the bus? That might be a bit too far.
관리자님께서 그렇게 말씀하신다면.
If you say so, manager. Otis looked down at Sinclair with a displeased face. Even though he was the timid sort, he's never opposed something so strongly until now. This unprecedented behavior of his bothered me. But I couldn't bring myself to ask him why, as he didn't seem to be in any state to tell me. Soon enough, Sinclair came back to his senses. He stared out of the window with vacant eyes. The others are all out fighting.
죄송해요. 저도 갈게요.
I'm sorry. I'll go join them.
짐덩이가 될 순 없으니까.
I can't keep dragging others down. Oh boy. You know it's bad if our kind-hearted boy is getting a little bit, afraid. Jeez. That's okay. A lot better. Jeez, why is plunging so hard to counter? Or, you know what? I actually think I understand what's going on here. Let's check once, okay, let's take a look. Plunging, passives. No, are we just not winning the clash against Plungin, or is it just attacking everybody? Because that seems as though it might be the more likely situation. Actually, you know what? Blue, blue, yellow, yellow. Or no, then we don't get use out of Faust's passive. Yeah, it should be okay.
출진이다! 당연한 결과죠. 당연한 결과죠.
규정대로.
Okay. Body sack. Oh, can't use that actually. So let's do that. So I want to see, why are we not clashing against some things? Let's go dominating, dominating, ego, dominating. Defense level down. They're not really using defense, so I think double tremor. So we should have a pretty decent shot. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna keep an eye on plunging.
행동을 개시합니다.
That's nail pin. It's not what we're looking for. This is about to be real good.
너도 이 안에 담아주지.
Yeah, 53 damage, pretty good. chains of others. Oh yeah.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다. 규정대로.
Okay, Knock managed to win against us. These are both minus 75, but these are 80. Yeah. No matter what we do for the final little string here, it's just gonna be bad. So let's just go for it.
가보죠.
If we can stagger him, they'll do normal damage, which we do. That's one down.
승리했어.
Groups of Inquisitors continue to assail us. Who are they? And why are they so fixated on taking my head? Okay, pure battle. Let's see. Neutral, but if they win, they're gonna do a lot more damage. You know what? We're gonna go for that. Attack power up, inflict some tremor. It's a neutral. This is favored. Yeah. And then defense level down. Okay.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
Oh, that sucks. Inquisition managed to get through. Okay, that Inquisition. So they're getting some abilities through. And I feel like I'm not fully understanding how or why. This one's obviously gonna get through. Okay. Give ourselves. Yeah, double yellow.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
Little bit of resonance. Okay, Joust working really, really nicely. She has 8 speed. Unfortunately, we need 10 plus speed to really make use of 4 Justice, but considering we're dominating, I think we should go for it anyway. Or we could gain some more haste. Well, you know what? Gain some haste. Maybe we'll be able to make use of it. Okay, we're dominating here. I'm actually going to block. Try and reduce some damage taken. Dominating here. Hopefully we can roll a heads. Offense level down would be perfect. Into neutral, into a double tremor.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
Okay, we blocked a little bit of damage. Upheave? That's a kill. 66 damage, oh yeah. Okay. Ah, a little unfortunate. Red stagger. Okay, that didn't do nearly as much damage as I would have wanted, but that's okay. Okay, let's see. Who are you clashing? With him? Okay. Definitely not gonna use Ego then. Let's go green, green. Even though we don't have 10 power, it should do really good at helping us. And there we go. That should be a lot of kills.
승리했어. 생각대로 되었어. 승리했어.
쉽네.
Okay, Ego time. 5v5. This one's gonna be a little bit rough. Let's go for purple and double Ego. Here we go. Double dominating. I actually want to inflict some defense down, just in case. It's gonna be neutral, although our chances honestly don't look great there, so I'm gonna go for the dodge. Dominating, give ourselves a little bit of attack. Double paralysis should be cool. Into double ego and finish it with a tremor. Sent it to another dimension with that one. Okay, you know what? I think it's time. Red, 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 orange, 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 blue, 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 into yellow.
행동을 개시합니다.
달려라 루신한테! 정의는 승리한다!
쉽네.
다음 판단을 부탁합니다.
Eve? Yes! Ah, sent away! Nice. Actually, oh, what song was Karen singing? Was it actually Silent Night? Oh, I don't remember now. It's been a little too long. But we've reached the town of Cal W. A familiar song welcomes us, followed by the morbid sight of trees festooned with horrifying things. The smoke that was faintly visible through the bus windows covered the whole town.
난장판이네요. 정말.
What a mess this is, huh?
그런데 어디서 익숙한 노랫소리가 들리는 것 같지 않아요?
By the way, don't you hear a familiar song from somewhere?
나 이 노래 알아. 그 뭐더라. 눈이 더럽게 많이 오던 날만 되면.
Oh yeah. I know this one. Used to hear this tune a lot an awful lot on snowy days.
전쟁 때 병사들 사기 올린다고 이거 틀 때마다 진짜 힘이 쭉 빠졌는데.
Played it a bunch during wartime to raise our spirits. Did the exact opposite for me.
The songs evoked various memories in the group. For me, I'm not sure. It's definitely familiar, but it doesn't bring up any clear images in my head. However, I can still feel a faint splash of feeling from deep in my heart. Maybe I knew this song before I lost my memory. This mist of emotion roused inside me, though it doesn't feel very precious or warm. An ache. An inexplicable sting is what I felt.
맞아요. 그날도
Right. That day.
이렇게 눈이 쌓여 있고 노래가 들리던.
It was snowy like this, and that song was playing. The trees before us were decorated with grim ornaments. All sorts of internal organs and mechanical parts were hung from the branches, as if someone put people's innards on full display.
이건 너무 지독한 거 아니야?
Isn't this going too far?
클래식. 아니, 키치하군.
A classic, but more kitschy than anything.
근방에 생존자는 없다.
There are no survivors nearby.
Then, everything finally fell into place. It's just like...
마이크 테스트.
A piercing sound caused the group to cover their ears.
모두 즐거운 성탄절 보내고 있나?
Enjoying your Noel, everyone?
고요하지는 않지만 거룩한 밤이지.
The night isn't really silent, but it sure is holy. Isn't Christmas still a fair way off?
네, 한참이죠.
You're right. It's not anytime soon.
내 이름은 크로머. 순수를 사랑하는 파괴주의자, 그리고 망치를 치는 자.
My name is... What did you say? Cromer? My name is Cromer. I'm a humanitarian who loves purity and the one who grips the hammer.
이곳을 어떻게 넘어왔는지는 모르겠지만 너희는 지금 사유지를 침범 중이지.
I don't know how you managed to get here, but you're trespassing on private property.
왜냐하면 여긴 보다시피 목과 망치가 심판 중인 신성한 구역이거든. 내 장식이 마음에 들려나 모르겠네.
As you can see, this hallowed ground is undergoing our nailing judgment. I hope you like the decorations I set up.
뭐 길은 잘못 들어왔다 치고 지금이라도 얌전히 돌아가주면 너그럽게 벌금만 매겨주지.
Well, let's just say that you got lost. Turn back now and a fine will be all you have to pay.
왜냐하면 오늘은 성탄절이니까.
I'm feeling generous. Today is the nativity today after all.
아, 그 전에 잠깐. 거기 귀도 있어?
Oh, before that, is Guido there?
이곳에 있나니?
Here I stand.
혹시 말이야. 거기에 이단이 있나?
Good. Just in case, do you see any heretics over there? The massive man named Guido, you know what, Guido sounds better, who responded to her turns to us. He intently stares into each of us until his eyes fall upon me. He gazes at me for a very long time. Although he was wearing a mask, those eyes of his, they froze us completely still, as if his glare nailed us to the ground.
순수하지 아니한 자와 그들의 추종꾼이 함께합니다.
I see an impure one in their followers.
Ooh, I like that voice more. That's better.
그리고 말씀하신 그 아이도.
And with them, the child you spoke of.
뭐야, 내 싱클레어가 돌아왔어?
Really? My Sinclair is back?
날 보러 와, 싱클레어. 난 네가 알던 그곳에 있어.
Come see me, Sinclair. I'll be waiting at that familiar spot. I can hear Sinclair grinding and gnashing his teeth. He made a dreadful noise. I couldn't be sure if it was from hatred or fear.
나머지는 처리의 기도 아니면 내가 나서야 하나? 그래도 되는데.
Take out the rest, Guido. Or should I myself? I wouldn't mind.
지는 자께서는 불순한 것을 두드리는 일에 집중하소서.
I urge you to focus on hammering the impure, O one who grips.
좋아, 좋아. 우리 정화 작업을 계속하자고.
Good, good. Let's keep up the purification.
그럼 모두 메리 크리스마스.
Now then, everyone, Merry Christmas. A number of Inquisitors gathered around Guido. He stands firm behind them. He's not making any movement, but his presence alone is threatening enough. An intense aura of hostility was radiating straight from him.
Looks like it's Christmas time, boys.
Okay, let's see. Blunt fragility. I think we have a decent chance to win that. Yeah, decent chance to win that. Inquisition hits exceptionally hard. But if we hit heads, we should be okay. Let's get a dodge going. And then gain some protection.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
Dang. Okay. Little painful. Dawn took the most damage. Double neutral so that we can power it up. Let's get a dodge rolling. Yikes. Multiple hopeless. Yeah. Yikes. Multiple
좋은
hopeless.
전략이네요. 가보죠.
Good evasions up there. Okay, we stopped a little bit of damage. Okay. The dodge worked out really nicely for us. This is a blunt, so let's get it going. Dominating, double favored. Yeah. This won't do too much damage to us. Worst case, inflict some tremor. Alternatively, let's get some attack power up and some
좋은
paralysis.
전략이네요. 가보죠.
Okay. Ultimate power.
그 자식은 아직 살아 있을 거야.
규정대로.
Ah, that sucks. Okay, she got staggered from that.
어떠냐?
One down. Oh, jeez, we have 3 waves. I don't know how we're gonna do this one in 10 turns. The other ones we've like somehow managed to pull through, but this one, there's no
규정에
way.
따라 실행합니다.
Whatever, as long as we can do it.
적을 난파시켰습니다.
지금이 기회입니다. 당연한 결과죠.
Okay. Yeah. Dang. Okay. Let's think. That's a counter. Yeah. Should be okay. Let's really power up our purple straight into yellows.
출진이다.
어떠냐?
Ah, done staggered again. Okay. Not the end of the world. There's Big Man. Also, these guys are new. Ruling Hammer. Inflict bind and attack power down. On use gain protection. Heal. Okay, no chance we're making them insane. Inflict 2 End Corp nails. If target is 5+, inflict 10 attack power down and paralyze. Okay. When an ally is defeated. When defeating an enemy. Okay. How about you, big man? 3 nails. Inflict bleed and fragile. Protection. Apply 1 fanatic. Raise skill final power by the effect count against units with nails. Okay, more SP. 3 nails. If they have 5+ nails, stagger them. Whoa. At the start of the turn, all allies heal SP. When this unit is defeated, all of its allies lose 45. So they either immediately go to 0 or -45, which is them being crazed. If this unit is fanatic, deal 50% additional damage. Oh. You know what? All right. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. Favored, dominating. Or no. Unopposed. Attack power up. Okay. Power that up. Purple. Gain some attack power. And power that up.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
Dang! Oh! Okay.
다음 판단을 부탁합니다.
Okay, that's gonna be an amazing debuff. Yeah, that is a really, really good debuff. Okay, good. Alright, you're up. With that extra attack power, that should be really good. Then, let's see what we can do. Ego, dominating by a mile. Try and gain some haste. Inflict tremor. Offense down. Double attack power down. Into ego, into a burst. Yeah, into burst tremor. He'll have a little bit.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
Okay, we got him staggered. That is going to be a gigantic help. Big damage from Joust. About 30 damage. Okay. Okay, he's still staggered. Wallop! 38 damage. Send him to the stratosphere. He's going to be staggered, so he does not get to make use of that extra power. And you know what that means. I think we've got this. Purple. We want max damage. Burst tremor, he's not going to have any. But you know what? We're going to go for it anyway. Double yellow into double blue. No, into triple blue. Okay, here we go. This should be it.
가라앉는군요. 망치죠.
That was a tough opponent. We should move before they come back to their senses.
수치스러운 소리를 잘도 짓거리는군. 승기를 잡은 군인은 적을 두고 꽁무니를 빼지 않는다.
What a shameful thing to say. A soldier does not retreat before the enemy when victory's in sight.
지금 군인 정신이 중요할 때예요?
Can't you save the military drill for a better time? Ishmael is right. That's not someone who we can beat easily.
철수하겠습니다.
We will fall back. Otis reluctantly backed down. Sinclair, do you know what that Cromer meant by that familiar spot?
그건...
That's... well... Sinclair shook. He was seemingly overwhelmed with dread. But I could also see a teeth-grinding anger in him that surpassed his fear. Looking at him, a thought blossomed in my mind. You need to talk, Sinclair. Tell us what you know, and you'll prevent half the deaths we might suffer.
작전의 성공률도 올라간다. 효과적인 정보를 기대하지.
It'll also raise the likelihood of our success. I'm looking forward to hearing something useful. I hope I'm doing the right thing as the manager. Sinclair shook his head upon hearing my words, breathed in, and finally opened his mouth after some struggle.
우리 집이요. 크로마는 분명 그곳에 있을 거예요.
My house. That's where Cromer must be.
너 그 자식이랑 아는 사이였냐?
So, you know that bird?
아, 젠장. 하도 귀가 찢어질 뚜두서대서 머리가 다 지끈거리네.
Bollocks. My head is still pounding thanks to her shrill laugh.
학교에서 만났어요.
I met her at school.
저런, 혹시 친구였어? 친구라면 잘 타일렀으면 좋겠는데.
Oh boy, she's a friend of yours? Whatever's going on, sure hope you can talk it out.
친구 아니에요. 크로마는 우리 가족들을 죽였어요.
She's not my friend. Cromer killed my family.
미안해.
My bad. A prosthetic head hanging from a tree slowly turned to face us. Lights and sparks occasionally flickered within.
싱클레어 왜 돌아온 거니?
did you return?
싱클레어? 이웃들이야?
Are those your neighbors? Roddy asked while looking at the dismembered prosthesis.
그런 것 같아요. 아니었으면 좋겠지만요.
It looks like they were. I really hope that isn't the case, though. Sinclair replied, watching with a grim look on his face as their bare wires sparked and short-circuited. The robotic head soon stopped moving, only emitting discordant things. Then, a song began to fill the air. All the heads hung from the trees are singing the same song. The carol leaking through the vocal units of so many lifeless heads lands on the flames below. It's close enough.
이들에게 이단이란 건 역시 의체 보유자를 말하는 것이군요.
It's clearer than ever now. Prosthetic body parts are heresy to them.
도시의 의체 보유자들이 보이게 된 지 꽤 오랜 시간이 흘렀지만
Though it has been quite a while since prostheses were first introduced to the city.
여전히 그들의 모습을 보고 이질감을 느끼는 사람들은 많죠.
Many people still find them foreign and alienating.
저희 마을은요.
Our town.
저희 마을은 K사 의체 산업의 성지라고 불릴 정도로 주민 대부분이 하이엔드 의체 부품 제작에 종사하고 있었어요.
Our town was called the holy site of Nest K's prosthetic industry. Most of the residents worked in manufacturing high-end prosthesis components.
크로마는 오래전부터 계속 우리 마을을 주시했던 거예요.
Cromer's been keeping an eye on our town for a long time.
네 가족도
So, was your family...
네. 저희 아버지는 신생 의체 회사의 대표였어요.
Yeah. My father was the owner of a fledgling prosthetics company too.
그래서
Is that why?
아니,
No.
제가 보기엔 이자들에게 그런 거창한 사상 따위는 없어요.
The way I see it, attributing it to a high-flown cause of any kind is giving them too much credit.
그냥 광기와 폭력에 매료된 미치광이죠.
They're just lunatics, consumed by madness and violence. Ishmael asserted to him. After a while of staring at the Christmas trees decorated with his neighbors, Sinclair turned to me.
관리자님, 예전부터 여쭤보고 싶었던 게 있어요.
Manager, I have a question if it's alright with you. What is it?
기분이 어떠세요?
Well, how does it feel? Feel?
네.
Yeah.
머리 대신 의체를 달고 있는 기분이 어떠냐고요?
I mean, how does it feel to have a prosthetic replacement for your head? I was a little taken aback, since I've never had anyone ask that kind of question before.
He wants to know if it was worth it, dum-dum.
The issue is that there's no way to know how I might have felt before I got a clock for a head. That's...
따지려 드는 게 아니라요.
Oh, it's... I'm not trying to argue with you or anything.
무례한 질문이었겠죠? 죄송해요.
That was probably rude of me. I apologize. Oh! He wants to know how the prosthetic feels because he wants to know if making them was even worth it in the first place. Oh, rough. No need. It's alright. The other sinners were a billion times ruder to me with their daily interactions anyway. I'm afraid I can't answer that. I don't remember a single thing about my life before this clock.
그러시군요.
I see.
항상 궁금했어요. 머리 대신 다른 것이 자리를 잡았을 때의 기분은 어떤지.
I've always wondered what it feels like when there's something sitting where your head should be.
가족들은 모자를 쓰고 시계를 걸치는 것과 다를 바 없다고 말했지만
My family said it's no different from wearing a hat or watch.
저는 아무리 떠올리려고 해도 잘 상상이 되지 않더라고요.
But I just couldn't picture it well no matter how I approached it.
그 덕에 저만 유일하게 살아남았지만요.
And now, I'm the only survivor thanks to that.
I'm sure the procedure seemed terrifying at such a young age. You don't have to feel guilty about that.
아니에요.
It's not it.
그런 게 아니에요.
It's nothing like that.
전 단테 씨 생각처럼 그렇게 무고한 사람이 아니에요.
I'm afraid I'm not as innocent as you might think, Dante.
Ooh, I think I know where this is going. I think, this is my guess, Sinclair told Cromer that they were manufacturing prosthetics here, that this was a big spot where they were being made. And he didn't quite realize the extent she would take. Sinclair quietly hung his head. I racked my brains for an appropriate reply, but no suitable words of comfort came up. Only the unpleasant sound of sparks and flames filled the street. Sinclair's hometown of Kau was a village of artesian prosthetics. Faust detailed the growing tendency of the public to avoid prosthesis users as the distortion phenomenon becomes more frequent. So be it. The time has come once again. Double neutral. SmackDown has a good chance. Let's block and paralyze.
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요. 타!
Okay, stopped. I think all of that damage did... Dang. Okay. Dawn ended up getting staggered, so she's not doing amazing in these fights, but at the same time, she is also, like, kind of doing pretty well. We might just want to start playing a little bit more defensively like this.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
Dang. Okay, won the clash, barely. Took one out. Oh, evade failed really bad. Okay. Double favored. Okay. Yeah, this should be fine.
규정에 따라
Basically just follow the bottom path. Seems to have our best bet.
생각대로 되었어.
Whew! 7 clashes, and then we won. You'll love to see it. 24 damage. Takes him out. We gain quite a bit of extra defense. Who's going for who? Oh yeah, is this it is. You know what? We should use it. Dang it, not on the right character. Hang on. How do I... Wait. There we go. Yeah, dang. Okay. You know what? We're gonna save it then. Let's go blue, orange. Double yellow, purple. Yeah.
출진이다! 늘 새롭다니까요. 야! 타! 재밌는 순간이에요.
승리했어.
Okay. It's go time. All the egos we can possibly use must be brought out. Double orange, double blue, triple yellow, purple, gain some attack.
출진이다.
Okay, 21 damage, that's not bad. More importantly, it made us win our clashes, and it applies a little bit of bleed, which is going to be some extra damage for us.
지금이 기회입니다.
Okay, that's a red stagger. Good. Clash wins. Alright, we're good. Offense down. Red staggered. Oh, you're going down, buddy. You're going down. We just got this from the special list.
억지어줄게요.
23 damage, but it debuffed him. We like that. Okay, so we're gonna have, what, 6 bleed next turn? Okay. Attack up. 3 of them are staggered. Let's gain some damage. A lot of sinking. Yikes, that is a really strong counter. You know what? I'm not going to deal with that counter. And then we can go for dominating. That should work into double purple. Here we go.
행동을 개시합니다.
Yeah, if we don't attack into the counter, it shouldn't proc, right? Theoretically. Or no, I think that was the counter right there. Dang. Okay.
다음 판단을 부탁합니다.
Well, he's staggered now, so now he's not going to be able to do it. Boom, he's down.
쉽네.
Whew.
일 거예요.
Oh, we're doing pretty good. Geez, I barely have enough energy. So I guess this shall be the last one of this episode. Prosthetic bodies pile up like a landfill in a corner of the town. It brings me to think about what my true self is. By the way, I just want to point out, we're all level 17, and the difficulty is level 23, so we're actually doing really, really well. Worst case, we will have to level ourselves up a little bit. Prosthetic bodies piled up like a landfill in a corner of the town. I could see that some of them were still conscious, letting out pained moans. The Inquisitors paid no heed. They strenuously jammed nails through each of their victims' chests, over and over, executing their pure intent.
심장을 꿰뚫었을 텐데 신체는 아직도 박동합니다.
I've surely pierced their heart, yet still a pulse remains in their body.
필시 철로 덧댄 심장일 것이다. 인간의 본연되는 부분조차 이단으로 물들었군.
It must be patched with steel. Even the core of their humanity has been tainted by heresy.
불결하도다. 살과 뼈를 모독하고 있는 모습이라니.
How filthy. A disgrace to flesh and bone.
The Inquisitor began carefully pouring a bottle of liquid over the prosthetic person in what looked like a solemn ritual. Judging from the pungent smell, it was most certainly oil.
사람의 기름을 머금거라. 이단의 시체여.
Imbibe the oil of humanity, ye heretical soma.
불구로도 돌아가지 못하는 자, 연기로나마 흩어져라.
Those who cannot return to the earth, find solace in scattering to smoke.
A lit match was then thrown on the pile, letting rise a huge flame. With the sounds of sparks flying about, the air is soon filled with an acrid smell. It's not quite like the smell of burning flesh. The spreading fire finally brings the crackling glimmer in those prosthetic bodies to permanent darkness.
입으로는 정화를 말하면서 지옥을 창조해 놓았군요.
If this hellscape is their idea of purification, I'd rather stay unclean.
목과 망치는 언제나 인간성을 해석하는 데 몰두하고 있었다.
Nagel und Hammer has always been devoted to scrutinizing the idea of humanity.
고통도 응당 겪어야 하는 경험이라며 의체를 달고 있는 인간을 비난하던 자들도 있었지. 이렇게 행동으로 드러냈던 적은 없었지만
Some criticize prosthetic use, as they believe that pain is a necessary component of the human experience. However, it never escalated to the extent of direct action that we are witnessing now.
아까부터 들었던 생각인데 왜 그렇게 엔사에 대해 빠삭한 거야, 당신?
I've been meaning to ask. How do you know so much about N-Corp?
내가 엔사 직원이었으니까.
I was once employed by N-Corp.
어? 아니 저것들하고 같이 일했다고?
You used to work with these people?
저들과 같이 일한 적은 없지만 소속의 관점에서 본다면 그렇다.
I have never worked with those specific individuals, but in terms of affiliation, you could say that I did.
Come to think of it, this might be the first time I've heard Mersault actively talk about himself. He would rarely recount anything related to him. Perhaps he felt it wasn't necessary to speak at all.
왜 진작 말하지 않은 거야? 그럼 당신도 저런 괴상한 무기를 지니고 다녔어?
Why didn't you tell us that earlier? You carry one of those freaky weapons then?
굳이 이야기할 필요가 있나?
Am I obligated to elaborate?
Couldn't quite get deep enough for that one.
뭐? 야, 그럼 내가 너랑 저 새끼들이 같은 편인지 아닌지 어떻게 구분해야 하냐?
The heck? Why don't you explain what makes you different from those nutters then?
난 말이야, 관리자 저놈을 시계대가리라고 부르고는 있어도 머리를 자르고 불태워도 싼 놈이라고는 생각하지 않아.
Listen, mate. Listen, mate. Honestly, freaking, I can't tell what accent he's supposed to have. So that's why I just go with the freaking country one. As much as I like to call our daft manager Clockface, I don't think they deserve by any means to be on the steak or chopping block.
말만 번지르르하게 정환이 뭐니 하고 있어도 내 눈엔 그냥 사람 죽일 명분이 필요했던 미친놈들이 보일 뿐이거든.
Those buggers talk big about purifying and all that, but all I see are a bunch of loonies who just needed an excuse to kill, huh?
말해봐, 너도 저 새끼들이랑 똑같냐?
Speak up then. Are you like those screw-loose bucketheads?
그런 것에 대해 생각하던 시기도 있었지.
There was a time when I thought about such things.
같은지 다른지 답을 내놓지는 않았지만.
Though I did not come to a conclusion.
그럼 지금이라도 답을 내놓아 보란 말이야. 넌 관리자 놈이 명령이랍시고 마을 사람들의 모조리 쳐잡아 죽이라고 하면 그대로 따를 셈이야?
I want that dang conclusion now. Are you gonna up and butcher all the townsfolk if your manager just says so?
꼭 답을 내놓아야만 하나. 그 일이 업무를 처리함에 있어서 도움을 주진 않는다.
Must I give an answer? That does not aid us in handling our work.
사원은 명령에 따라 움직이는 것이 규칙이다. 베르길리우스, 그자가 내놓은 취업 규칙에도 적혀 있을 텐데.
An employee must follow their employer's orders. The terms Vergilius presented state as much.
관리자가 행하라고 하면 행할 뿐이다. 내 생각이 필요하다고 말하면 제공하겠지만 그럴 필요도 없는 상황에서 나불대는 버릇은 없다.
If the manager orders me to do such a thing, I will do it. I may provide my input if I am told that it is necessary, but I do not have a habit of rambling my thoughts unprompted.
뭐? 너 돌았냐? 너야말로 머리를 깡통으로 교체한 놈들이랑 별반 차이가 없어 보이는데?
Pardon? Are you round with twist? Do you got a chunk of metal for your brains like the folks here?
단백질이 16%, 수분이 60%, 무기질 7%로 구성되어 있다는 점에선 명확한 차이를 띠지.
You literally just hit him with the
I am built different.
Literally just oh my god.
I am built very different.
Oh my god.
I am 16% proteins, 60% water, 7% minerals, and so forth. I am clearly different in terms of composition.
또한 불필요한 중금속은 나의 구성 요소에 해당하지 않는다.
Likewise, moreover, unnecessary heavy metals do not compromise any portion of my body.
그 또한 차이다.
That is another difference.
Heathcliff's face contorted with frustration. Mersault was already an enigma, and he only felt ever more distant after this conversation.
하지만 전 예전부터 쭉 궁금하긴 했어요.
Now that you mention it, there's something I've been wondering.
단테님을 정말 인간으로 봐야 할지 말이에요.
I've been thinking on whether Manager Dante should be seen as a human.
그게 무슨 소리지?
What do you mean?
그러니까 단테 씨가 말하는 건 단테 씨가 아니라 저 시계일 수도 있다는 거 아닌가요?
What if, when dear Dante is speaking, it's actually the clock and not the person we know as Dante behind those words?
뭐? 우리가 진짜 시계 따위한테 명령받고 있었다고?
Eh? You trying to tell me we were being led by an actual clock?
정말 멍청한 발언들이네요. 반박할 의욕도 안 생겨요.
Good grief. You're reaching uncharted depths of idiocy with your theories. I can't even be bothered to refute them.
그래도 전 지금 시계 머리를 한 단테 씨가 좋아요.
Don't misunderstand. I do like our Dante with their clock-headedness.
나도 그래. 그냥 머리를 되찾지 말고 평생 이 머리대로 있으면 안 돼?
Honestly, same. Why don't you just give up finding your old head and stick with that one?
그럴 리는 없겠지만 진짜 머리를 되찾은 단테가 갑자기 엄청 못된 놈이었다거나 하면 어떡해?
I know it's probably not the case, but what if Dante's real head turned out to be super evil or something?
뭐 우리 중에 관리자 양반의 과거에 대해 알 법한 자는
Well?
한 명밖에 없지.
Well, there's only one of us who'd know about our manager Bud's past.
Gregor's eyes naturally fell on Faust.
그 부분에 관해선 비밀 사항이에요. 심지어 보안 등급 최상이죠.
So you probably haven't. That's confidential information. Its access is restricted to the highest security level. And I get the feeling I won't be able to read it for myself. It's only natural. I have no idea who or what I originally was, so I had nothing at my disposal to refute Hong Lu's lighthearted accusation. Maybe he's right, and I really am just a clock. Even if I ask Faust, there's no telling if she'll give me a real answer. And I wouldn't be able to discern the truth in such a thing either. There's even a slim chance that the real Dante is hidden away somewhere, and that I'm some advanced imitation trained to believe I have free will. In any case, sitting here and ruminating won't get me anywhere. Who knows? Maybe I'll mount this thing on the wall when I find my real head. Ishmael sent me a chastising glare for even suggesting something like that, but she had no choice other than to shrug. Well, it is true. The time has come. Well, you know the drill. Oh, only one wave. Well, this ought to be easy. With orange, and then we'll yellow, and then we'll red, and then we'll double blue, and it'll be great.
해보기면 어쩔 수 없지만요. 야, 늘 새롭다니까요.
Okay. So, I'm going to end this episode right here. Because, one, we're out of energy, which sucks. And two, I think it's just a good stopping point. This episode's pretty long, as is. So, you might have noticed there's been a lot of Limbus lately. That's because I know we're almost at the end. And, we kind of have a lot of series going. So, I kind of just wanted to trim that down. That's why Limbus has been so prevalent, lately. Just because I figure it's almost over. We may as well just bulldoze it to the end. And then that also means that the other series get a lot more time since they have, a lot more to go. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and in the next one, I don't think we're going to finish the chapter, but what I want to do is I want to have 2 episodes past this. One where we get to the dungeon, and then do a little bit of the dungeon, and then one where we finish off the dungeon, or maybe just one mega long episode. I guess you guys can tell me what you'd prefer. Do you want a mega long episode where we just finish the dungeon in one go, or would you prefer 2 where maybe I get to the dungeon and then I finish the dungeon? I don't know. So, whatever you guys prefer, be sure and let me know down in the comments below. And with that,
I will see you guys in the next one.
And thank you guys so much for watching.
Bye.